Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. We are here for episode 4 of our Formula 1 24 driver career mode. We are here at the Baku City Circuit looking to continue and further our lead in the Drivers' Championship. Now if you guys are not already, be sure to drop a like on this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell so you guys know when the rest of the videos come out. If you guys have not seen the last one, be sure to go watch that before you watch this one. It was an amazing weekend in Australia. We ended up winning the sprint race, spoiler alert, on some final lap drama, and then we took P3 in the feature race because we got a really unlucky safety car, and I kind of blew the strategy as well. So be sure to go watch that. It was a great race, great weekend overall. But we're here now in qualifying at the Baku City Circuit, which I've never really been that good at. So we're going to be trying our best here to qualify as high as we can. We go out on our first few laps here trying to burn as much fuel as we can, but I noticed that even on the warm-up laps, the rear tires started to increase in wear, so I just decided with this 5.5-ish laps of fuel left in the tank just to go for the push lap now and see what we can do. The improvement there at the top right does not really matter because we were not trying on those first few laps. So through the final corners here in sector 2, we're currently sitting in P22 because we've not put up an actual lap time. And our target time, we're a little bit off of our sure, so not looking good at the moment. I would like to qualify higher. We still have another chance on a second flyer if we need to do that. But it's starting to feel like how it did in the previous F1 games where Baku was just not my race. And we're going to see here as we cross the line with a 1:53.2. And as you can see there, we only finish in a P2. We tried a second lap again, but it was not good enough. So let's get into this race and let's see what we could do here in Baku. So like I said in the last video, we suck at Baku, and it is showing here as we are starting in P21 in this sprint race after coming off of back-to-back wins for us. It's not looking good. We're really gonna have to grind our way through the field. Thank God this is a pretty decent overtaking track, very long straight, so hopefully we can stay within DRS range. I'm hoping we don't just get dropped by the field in front. Otherwise, we're in really big trouble because this is gonna pretty much tell how our pace is gonna be in the feature race. But even if we don't score any points this weekend, I think we're pretty safe. In terms of the championship standings, obviously our lead is going to be drastically reduced, but we'll still be in P1. This Baku race for me might be a write-off. We're going to find out here. I've never been good at this track. I used to think I was really good at this track way back when I started playing this game, but turns out not really. But let's get on the grid here, right at the back, actually second to the back. But here we go for the sprint race. But let's see here. We are going to need a good start if we want any chance of at least reaching the points. We got 5 red lights, and this race is underway. We're going to get a lot of wheel spin, but we get a decent start off the line. We're going to overtake a bunch of drivers here. I saw Stantec, the 2 Tridents. Obviously, we're going to overtake getting pushed to the outside by Fittipaldi. And we got a few spots here in the first few corners. Crawford and Maloney, although they are driving what looks like the same car, they are not on the same team, and they are in front of us in P14 and 15. See if we can go for another dive bomb here. Down into turn 3, going to take the outside. Just wait for them to brake, and then just sneak in there as Maloney sees us right at the last second. And now I was going to go to the inside once again on Crawford, but he's got that inside covered, so we are going to take that one spot. Maloney a little bit slow to exit out of turn 4. He's going on defense now, so we're going to go around the outside here. And we got a great start to this race. A little bit of contact with Maloney, but we muscle him to the wall. And now we're up into P14. Let's go. So, was that 7 spots to start this race? Oh, God. Not much I can do there, Hajar. I think he actually lost a few spots. I think he was in the top 10, and then he got flipped around to start in P10, I think. Getting a little bit of a tow here from Hajar, pulling away from Maloney. Brad Benavides puts up the fastest lap, and no DRS activated this lap. I think it will be lap 3, but we're gonna go for a little dive bomb on Hajar and put ourselves up into P13. We're not too far off the points, to be honest, so pace is good at the moment. A little bit surprising given our qualifying pace. Maybe our race pace is just a lot better. It's really hard for me to nail one lap in this on this track, but average race pace, not too bad. The DRS has been activated on lap 3 here. We've gapped Hajar a little bit, making our way up towards Cordial, and I think points are realistic here. We can probably get into the top 9 and score ourselves a 1 point. We're gonna have to make a few moves here if we want to do that, though. We gotta pass Cordial, Leclerc, Daruvala, and one more driver up front. But we're gonna get DRS here. A little bit of a DRS train is starting to form. Oh my god, we almost went wide there. That is gonna affect our run down the straight on Cordial, as I had to let go of the throttle just a little bit. I don't think we're gaining on him. We're gaining on him just a little bit, but he has the help of DRS here as we edge a little bit closer and go for another dive bomb on Cordial, and I will take that. P12 gladly. Perfect dive bomb down the inside of turn 1, and now we got Leclerc, but we are not in DRS range, so actually Cordial is gonna get a run on us here most likely. He's a little far back, so not here. We need a little bit of time. Yellow flag up. Oh god. Oh, that was close. I broke a little bit too late there. This traffic is really helping us, as now we're just locking up the tires like crazy. Mark giving us a fuel objective here. So Leclerc going slow down the straight, and I think we're going to get him before we even reach that DRS window. So he almost tries to squeeze us into the walls. We are now going too wide down the long straight. Gonna get DRS here, and it's gonna be wheel to wheel. I can just see his front wing on the edge of my screen. Oh crap, and he brakes later than us, and he's actually gonna get out in front. Oh, come on, no! We broke too early there. I'm learning the brake points there at that turn, and we broke too early, and he's able to get the jump on us into turn 1, back down into P11. Can we get into the points? We got 5 laps left to do that. We're gonna try again here on Arthur Leclerc, so he can just go right down the inside of what I really consider the penultimate corner, because the next high-speed chicane, not really a corner, and we will get DRS on Daruvala, thank goodness. And we are now 1 position away from the points. What a great drive. Starting at P21, all things considered, is amazing for us. We drove through half that field on the first lap, and our race pace proving to be a lot better than our qualifying pace, as we are almost about to drop Leclerc. Oh, someone locks up right at the end of the straight here. Owasa, I think, went deep there, and he loses a few spots now. Oh god, we're just gonna dive right down the inside of Daruvala, but that curve throws the balance of the car off, and he's gonna stay out in front, but we're a lot closer to him now than we were just a few quarters ago. And maybe we can go for a dive bomb. Let's see. We're going to try it here. Oh, look at that. Look at that. A little bit of a lockup on the front left, but that's fine. We're going to take the spot, put ourselves into the points. Daruvala out of the session. I think he had an engine failure. The yellow flag was up for quite a bit. Since we're all bunched up still, I think it's affected by most people. And we're still stuck in a DRS train, as Martins does not actually. Does he have DRS? I don't think he had DRS there. So he doesn't have DRS, but we close up here because Benavides is in a battle with the Wassa, and that has helped us catch up as Benavides tries to go down the inside, similar to I did on Daruvala a few laps ago. And another DRS train here. Battle for P5 with the Wassa, Benavides, and myself. And we gotta go for an overtake? Oh, and the Wassa locks up! Wassa locks up. We overtake Benavides. Wassa out of the session. Yeah, he went straight into the wall there. I think he had a lockup earlier in the race, so tires are probably affected. We've made our way up to P6 thanks to Iwasa. We got a double overtake, overtaking who was it, Martins, and then Iwasa locking up as well. We overtook Hatcher earlier, and now we got Benavides up next, and gaps are starting to form here on the lap 8. So after we get past Benavides here, which I think we will do, but now Martin's a little bit slow out of the castle section. We're going to be going wheel to wheel with him through this tiny corner, and he's going to move the pylon. Now I think it's stuck under a car. I think I just saw it go flying actually. But we get past Benavides for P5. Oh crap, now we're sitting duck. We don't have DRS. Oh, maybe I shouldn't have done that. So we're sitting in P5. Lots of points available to us. But it's not over yet. We're going to have to fight off a bunch of drivers here in this DRS train. Oh, actually, we created a little bit of a gap to Benavides. But we got one lap left to go here. Martins is going to have DRS. He's definitely going to close in down the long straight here. And then we got one lap to hold him off for as much as possible. So if he does end up closing in, which it doesn't look like he is at the moment, but if he does, we got to park the bus through the first 2 sectors. Hopes he doesn't overtake us going down into turn 3 as now he's really closing in. So here we go onto the final lap. Starting from P21, moved all the way up to P5 after an awful qualifying. Martin's trying to take that away from us, make us finish in P6, and I think that would be like 2 less points for us. Martin's now with the DRS. Can he overtake us to take that P5 away? He's closing in, so we're going to go to the middle here, try and cover him off. Oh god, and we go lock up. We locked up massively. We are wheel to wheel with Martins. Take it nice and easy, just gotta edge him to the wall, give him the least amount of racing room that we possibly can, and he's gonna dive down the inside here. We're still side by side. Oh, a little bit of contact. No. Oh, and Martins is able to overtake us as we lose it out of, I think that's turn 7, but we are not going to have any of that. Gets a little bit of a better exit out of the castle section, but we are going to close in on him with the help of a slipstream. Try and take that P5 back after he just stole it from us. Oh man, another lockup. We can't keep the tires straight, and I think we're going to lose. We might lose out here. We might lose out. Need a good exit out of this penultimate corner here, and pray that this DRS is going to be enough. It's 5/10 to Martins. Let's see, can we get that P5 back after we worked so hard for it? Oh yeah, holy crap, they get no traction out of that final chicane, and we are going to get Martins here, in fact, maybe even before DRS gets activated. But now it's a drag race to the line. We're going to overtake Martins, get that P5 back, and what a drive for us in this sprint race. 5th place. That's going to be a bunch of points for us. Really capitalized, starting from P21. Driver of the day, of course, but let's get right in to the feature race. Let's see if we can repeat the same performance, maybe do a little bit better. Well, that 9/10 off the basic qualifying really costed us in both these sessions, as it pretty much doubled, tripled, quadrupled the amount of work that we have to do in order to make a significant impact on the weekend, starting in P21 once again, and we are going to be looking to overtake Stanek. Now, with our P5 finish in the sprint race, we actually got a decent amount of XP points, as you can see up on the display now. We lost a lot of our pace in qualifying. I think we lost around 200 to 300 points, but we gained that back and then some with the 16 overtakes that we made in the sprint race. So good for us, not the best, but we're making the best of a bad situation at the moment, paying for our mistakes. Does make, though, for some good racing, as 16 overtakes, very, very entertaining. Kind of prefer that over just cruising in P1, but it would be ideal to start a little bit higher up the grid. Stantec going a little bit slow here. I'm trying to warm up these tires as much as I can before we get to that starting spot, and we need to get them heated up because we need a good start. We want to get the same number of overtakes, hopefully more, than we did at the start of the sprint race. Our starts, as usual, very good, as someone just put on a little smoke show. Novalak and the other Trident putting up a smoke show for us, but let's get on the grid here. Hopefully we can overtake both Tridents like we did last time, and maybe a few more guys going in to turn 1 here. But here we go for the Azerbaijan feature race. We've got to repeat the same performance that we had in the sprint race, but we got 5 red lights. This race is underway, and they get a lot of wheel spin again. I don't know what I'm doing wrong, or maybe that's just how it's supposed to be, but here we go, down the inside. Look at that, it's just going to take... How many overtakes did we get there? Oh crap, I almost clipped Crawford right into the walls. We're side by side down to turn 2. We need this traffic to stay for as long as possible, because it really just pays in our favor. We do very well when there's a lot of traffic. The AI brakes pretty early, and that allows us to just go for some menacing dive bombs at this circuit. Oh god. Okay, yeah, we're not going to try it there. That is a little too ballsy. Maloney and Fittipaldi, I think they're teammates. It looks like they're in the same car. They are side by side with each other. Maybe they get into an incident, let them battle it out, and then we'll be there to pick up the scraps. But let's go for dive bomb here. Can't wait too long for these guys to start scrapping each other. Oh yeah, look at that. Oh, a little bit of contact with Fittipaldi, but we're up in the P15 now. That's 6 spots, and we're just going to go for another one here. Just get right past Enzo Fittipaldi. Oh crap, I think I clipped him into the wall. Oh crap, I think I did. Oh, my bad, dude, my bad. The start was okay, dude. We took like 7 spots there. It's a great start for us. But we got Hajar right in front of us. In not DRS train, but it will be a DRS train once it gets activated in 2 laps. Sector 3. Oh, someone has lockup and they go off. I think that is Leclerc, who goes off and he gets overtaken. I'm not sure who's up front there. I cannot see. But this is where we get a lot of overtakes done, because the AI, they let off the throttle here. And we are trying to break free of Hajar. Just a massive tow line. Daruvalo puts up the fastest lap, and I think it's just going to go bang, bang, bang in terms of fastest laps. Actually, maybe on the next one, because we started way behind. Now we're just going to go for it on Hajar here. Benavides, that's how you say it. Gonna go for a dive bomb here on Hajar. DRS has been activated, and we are going to get right past Hajar, just squeeze him as much as we can, and a little bit cleaner than what we did to one of the other drivers earlier in this race. And we are up into P13 behind Benavides and Arthur Leclerc. We don't have DRS here, but we will have DRS down the back straight. And then Leclerc might be a bit of a sitting duck here. I'm not sure if he's within 1 second of whoever is in front of him. I think that is Cordial. Well, let's see. We're going to get DRS here. Can we get past Benavides? We got pretty decent pace. We got stuck behind Hajar for a few laps, but we are starting to make our way through the field now. And once again, let's see if we can get a lot better traction out of this final chicane. And Benavides also might be vulnerable here, but he will have the help with DRS. So Leclerc looks like he's going to be a sitting duck. He does not have DRS, so we're just going to take the tow. And we might be going 3 wide into turn 1, as Leclerc does not know who to defend. And now we are going wheel to wheel with Benavides through turn 1, still side by side, right on his rear axle. Don't want to let him shut the door on us. Oh crap, lock up through turn 2. But he's giving us respectfully a lot of racing room. We're going to take advantage of that, run away with it. He's going to have DRS. Benavides does not have DRS. Arthur Leclerc looking for a way through. And that is just going to help us try and run away with it. Try and close in on Cordial here. And then Frederick Vesti up in P9. He's up in P9. So we are not too far off the points. But now we don't have that traffic that I mentioned earlier to help us out. Oh, Maloney. Okay, Maloney's out of the session. Oh, safety car. Perfect. So now we are going to pit Hauger. I think hit the wall there. Oh, red flag. We got our first red flag of the F2 season. And now everyone is going to get a free tire change. But it looks like, as well, we're going to have to start from P11 with this red flag. So everyone's going to get that free tire change starting in P11. And then that will give us another opportunity just to overtake a bunch of drivers, make our way through the traffic, and I don't know, maybe we can get onto a podium if we're starting in P11 this time with all that traffic. But here we go once again. We're going to get a good start off the line here. See if we can overtake Vesti going down into turn 1. Get a look on Miney as they went 3 wide into turn 1. Martins, Daruvula, and Duon. A collision with Miney. We get a warning, but we're up into P6. All 3 of them again going 3 wide into the turn 2 as well. And we are now behind Awasa, who actually DNF'd in the sprint race here. If we can sneak right by him. Oh crap, got this extra point in the books, but he's not making it easy as we gotta leave him the racing room, go wide through turn 5, or turn 4, sorry. And now we are behind Ollie Behrman in P5. We put ourselves in a really good situation here, just capitalizing on all these opportunities throughout the weekend. And that red flag has blessed us. Not much of a strategy game though, as everyone gets that free stop, and we're all going to be on the mediums until the end of this race, so we're going to have to make do with what we got here. This Behrman going a little bit slow through the castle section. So let's see here, can we get maybe onto the podium? From P21 to the podium would be an absolute monster of a drive. We're at P5 already, which is where we finished in the sprint race, and we're only halfway through this race. So we're doing very good here, very, very good. We are getting a run on Ollie Behrman here. The rear tires really take a beating at this track with 4% on the front and then 13-14% on the rears. Let's see, we're going to go for a dive bomb here on Behrman. Can we get past him? Look at that. The little wheel with Behrman, not leaving an inch between our tire and the wall. We're now right on the rear axle of Behrman. Massive lock up into turn 2. We have some contact, but we're going to get through. Grab that DRS off of him as well. And see if we can close in on Martins up front. Duon is there as well. And then, I think, who's leading this race? I'm not even sure who's leading the race right now. So we are headed on to lap 11. We've closed in on the leaders in front. And it is now a battle for the top step at the podium, as whoever's in front, still don't know who it is. Oh, it's Duon actually. Duon has not ran away with it. We are all right behind him. Well, maybe the 3 of them, or 2 of them in front of me. We are still a little further back, but with a little bit more traffic, we will close in. And the help of DRS as well. Behrman not going away, as he's 8/10 back of us as we try to push for a win here, starting from almost, quite literally, the back of the grid. This is our chance here, as always, to go for the overtake. See if Daruvula goes slow through the chicane as the AI usually do. Oh crap, we run a little bit wide through the first part of that chicane, but we are going to get the run on Daruvula anyways. Will that DRS save him though from losing the final podium spot? Let's find out here as we activate that DRS. And I think we're going to go for it anyways. We're close enough to go for that dive bomb, so we're going to turn off that DRS a little bit early. And Daruvula really trying to guard the inside there, but he can't stop me from plowing my way through to put ourselves up on the podium. And now we got Martins and Duon going head to head. Seeing if we can close in here. We won't have DRS. Oh, Daruvula actually gets overtaken by Behrman as well, so might have had a bad exit out of that final corner, or first corner. That castle section traffic allowing me to close in right up on Martins. Duon is going to be in big trouble come this next DRS zone, as obviously he won't have DRS. Martins and I right there going to try and take it away from him. It's going to be a very interesting finish to this race, as we're all fairly close. We're all similarly paced, so some DRS gains are definitely going to happen in these next few laps. Some cat and mouse, we could call it. Let's see, as we approach lap 13 in P3, again, starting from P21, we've managed to slither our way up into the podium positions, as we've already actually dropped Behrman and Daruvula by 1.2 seconds there out of DRS range, and we are going to go for it here on Martins. He won't have DRS, but we have a lot better of an exit than him, and it's going to be a drag race all the way to the line, all the way down to turn 1. Duon now, we're closing in on him as well, so we might be going 3 wide as he decides to guard the inside, and there's not much I can do there, so he has a little bit of a shaky entrance into turn 1. We're going to get past Martins though, but he's right on the rear axle still, so we got to leave him that racing room, try and give him a little bit of space, but it's not going to be enough for him. He's going to fall back into P3 And now it's a 1v1 chase down with Jack Doohan for the win of this sprint race. It's gonna be an unbelievable drive from us if we can really top it off with a race win, and at the very least keep it at 3 back-to-back feature race wins. We did not win that last sprint race, so our official race streak, our race winning streak, is over, but we can keep that feature race streak alive. I think I had a little bit of a tongue twister there. Please forgive me, but as we try to go for 3 wins in a row, Jack Doohan is the only thing between us and continuing that win streak and getting a big gap in the Drivers' Championship, as Frederik Vesti did go on to win the sprint race, but he is at least not in the top 5. Last time I saw him, we overtook him to take P9, and we are going to go for the move here on Doohan. Nothing much he could do. We already got the slipstream. Now we're going to get the DRS. We're going to go side by side and just zoom right past him to take the lead of this race with, how many laps are left? Oh, broke very early there. Did not mean to do that. But Doohan is going to have DRS. This fight is nowhere near over. We're really going to have to fight through it on these last 2 laps. What I'm thinking is he might overtake us down this straight or down the final straight, going on to the final lap. But then we will have that DRS advantage to cap it off. So we're not going to go too aggressive here, as we kind of want him to overtake us. We don't want to get overtaken at the wrong time. He should be past us before we get towards the final lap. So Doohan is 2 tenths behind us as we head on to the final lap here, and we've got to be careful that not everyone with DRS is able to overtake us here, because if we're going to try and let Doohan pass, we're going to go as slow as possible, let him get that toe and the DRS. See, I'm just going to let off a little bit here, let him close in. Here he comes. And then Martins is back there as well. Yeah, you can go right past me, sir. Thank you very much. Oh, Martins, though. We don't want him passing us. Oh, gosh. Cannot let Martins pass us. And we might have just given up the win there, but we're going to try and fight back, as we are still within DRS range of Doohan. And we get a lock up into turn 2. As long as we can stay within range here, down the final straight, we should be good for this race win on the last lap. A mega drive for us here today, as we are looking at a potential race win here. We gotta pass Doohan, obviously, but we started P21 this weekend after a horrible qualifying. Our 1 lap pace was absolutely horrible, but our race pace here has proved to be quite amazing. And now we are getting right on Doohan's gearbox. We don't want to overtake him just yet. We're gonna let him have his fun up there. And then, come that final DRS zone, we will take that win away from him. So not to get his hopes up, but we are coming for that race win, sir. So let's do what you're doing. I'll be right behind you for the next little bit. And Martins is there as well. Maybe if me and Doohan get into some sort of incident, could potentially pick up the scraps and take the win away from both of us. But we're going to be very careful here. The final sector. Oh god, no, we hit the wall. We hit the wall. No. I hope that doesn't affect anything, as we need a good exit out of here. And we got some sort of damage. I don't know what it is, but we hit the wall on the last lap. Gotta be careful through here. I'm not sure if it's a, low downforce thing or a high downforce thing. And here we go, down the final straight. Oh, don't tell me we fell out of DRS range. Oh, okay, no, we didn't. We are going to get DRS, and it's a drag race to the line. Just going to zoom right past Doohan with the 100 IQ strategy play. And we get right past Doohan at the end to take our 3rd consecutive feature race win. Let's go. With that feature race win, we are going to come away this weekend in a P1, scoring more points than anyone. We scored 30 points. Behind us is Jack Doohan with 23. Now, Frederik Vesti did win that sprint race, but he did not have the greatest performance in the feature race, which is going to hurt him in the driver's standings, as he comes in P8. So he only scores 4 points for that. And we are going to further our lead in the Drivers' Championship because of that, up by 50 points. So hopefully the difficulty levels out and we'll get more challenging races, because now we're really starting to run away with it. 50 points is a lot, especially in F2, because you got that reverse grid in the sprint race, and the AI are not very good at going from P10 to P1 in whatever it is, 11, 12 laps. I'm going to say it one last time because we really don't have to worry about it anymore, but we annihilate Richard Verschoor. He did not score any points on the weekend. He has 12 points on the season, but it's almost a 100-point gap to him, so I don't really think we have to worry about that anymore. And then in the constructors, we're up by 24 points, so it seems to be like a one-man show at the moment. His 12 points is helping us, but even without that 12 points, we would be exactly 12 points ahead of Prima Racing. And then at the end of Baku, we are going to get ourselves up to a 69 overall rating. Everything goes up except for our pace, which we lost quite a bit because our gap to the fastest lap seems to be 4 seconds. That might be a glitch because I don't think anyone was 4 seconds quicker than us on any given lap. I'm going to go back this time because I think the same thing happened in the last video. So maybe that could be a potential glitch. It seems weird that it's exactly 4 seconds on the dot as well. Everything else is going to go up here. We're going to get ourselves up to 69 overall. And with that, it's going to be the end of the video, guys. If you've watched up to this point, be sure to drop a like on this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell so you guys know when the next video is out. This is race 4 of 14 in this F2 career mode, so a little bit of a ways to go until we get to F1. The videos will be coming out twice a week now. I know last week I only posted one video. That's because I've been dealing with that frame rate drop issue, which I actually ended up fixing. It was an issue with this game optimization for some Norton software, so that's not going to be an issue anymore. But until then, guys, I will catch you in the next one. Have a great day, everyone.